Girivaradari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradari Yashodanandana Vraja Jana Ranjana Yashodanandana Vraja Jana Ranjana Yamuna Deva Vanachari Yamuna Deva Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada
Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya.
Prabhupada Maharaj Ki Jai. All glories to the Assam devotees. All glories to the Assam devotees. All glories to the Assam devotees. All glories to Shri Guru and Guru. So everybody here has papers. That's good. Okay. So you can get the new people who come when they come. Mukam karati vachalam bhagam bhagate kirim yan pantamam mande si gurum tiracayam om gyana timbrata saragana shadashalakaya chakshamitam yena tasama Shri Gurave Namaha. I'd like to welcome you to the second and the last day of our seminar on the prayers of Lord Brahma for empowerment and for mercy to create. So we had a little homework the last couple of days ago. Now is to look for the mercy. How is the mercy coming in your life? Did anybody find some mercy coming in your life since last Wednesday? You had 2 days.
From one moment to the next.
From 1 minute to the next. So you got a lot of mercy then. Okay. Good. Anybody else? 1 minute to the next. And you were giving a lot of mercy today too, I saw. Distributing books.
Trying to.
Yeah. Some people took, no?
Yeah.
I even got mercy on it today because I also passed out 2 books when Friday.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, I don't know how it couldn't have possibly happened. But seriously.
You gave out 2 books. That's
Yeah.
really good. Yeah. That's wonderful. Yeah, that's mercy. When we give the mercy, that's also mercy for us. That's mercy for us.
One can really experience it is because it's, the last one. I just praise, somehow let him take a book for his sake and like that.
Well, somebody took a Gita.
No, these were just small books I gave out.
Oh.
I'm just a small timer. But I just said a few sentences and then he just.
Wow. That's really good.
Yeah.
And Keshupriya was giving out prasadam to everyone.
Andre also.
And what's his name?
Andre. Bhakta Andre. Andre.
Yeah, he was having a good time. He was like smiling and dancing and giving out prasadam.
Yeah.
Like he was the master chef or something coming out with. He was really, and he was running after people with the tray. It was quite a sight. It was really nice. Yeah. Anybody else gets on mercy? That was mercy. Harinam was great mercy for everyone, for those who take part and those who see. Harinam. Many people came up and just took also prasadam. They were doing it. Okay, so I guess I should start. It's already 6:20. And here comes Jonas. I don't know if she's coming or not now. She said she may not come. Your wife?
Yeah, no, probably she has to go.
Yeah, she's going home.
Yeah, she has a whole schedule
Yeah.
to follow.
So she broke it the other night.
Yeah.
I guess it's last 2 minutes. Okay. So we will, let's review a little bit. We heard about how the Lord comes comes to sit in the heart through the ears, and how we smell his lotus feet, and we see his lotus feet also, carried by the air of Vedic sound. How the Lord reciprocates with the demigods and non-devotees, difference between Sakam and Nishkam devotees, and how everyone should offer the result to Krishna. So now, from verse 15, this is your chart. You have a chart, so you can look at it. 3:9:15. Brahma appreciates Krishna in different ways. And the first way is as the holy name, verse 15. So we'll sing that. You do have this verse on your sheet. So I'll sing one line and you can repeat after me. And this is also glorifying the incarnations. Yasya avatara guna karma vidambanani.
Yasya avatara guna karma vidambanani.
Namani ye suhigame vivasha ginanti.
Namani ye suhigame vivasha ginanti.
Tenai kajama shamalam sahasaiva hitva.
Tenai kajama shamalam sahasaiva hitva.
Samyant yaparitamritam tamajam prapadye.
Samyant yaparitamritam tamajam prapadye.
Let me take shelter of the lotus feet of him, whose incarnations, qualities, and activities are mysterious imitations of worldly affairs. One who invokes his transcendental names even unconsciously at the time he quits his life is certainly washed immediately of the sins of many, many births and attains him without fail. So he's glorifying the incarnation of the holy name. And what is the mystery? And we discussed it in the last class, how Krishna is imitating the activities of ordinary beings. He's like a small child, he's afraid of his mother, and she runs after him to punish him. But at the same time, his mother tries to tie him up, and she's quite unable. Every time she tries, the rope is 2 fingers too short. And eventually he allows her to tie him up. So this is the mystery. Now the purport, Prabhupada explains, what relevance do the Lord's incarnations have for us? Why are they important for us? Prabhupada says, remembrance of his activities, such activities of incarnations, is as powerful as the Lord himself. So if we just remember the incarnation, it's the same as being there. We talk about it. So I don't know if I mentioned in one of our classes here, but Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati had a daily newspaper, and some non-devotee asked him, so how could you have a daily newspaper? And he said, I could have a newspaper every second about the spiritual world. Because here, this part is only 1/4 of the creation, and that is 3/4 of the creation. So, by remembering, by talking about the different incarnations, we get the same benefit as those who were there. The same benefit as being there. So verse 16 you don't have, we'll join together again in verse 22. You can follow on your chart the root of the material tree, the guna avatars now. Your Lordship is the prime root of the tree of the planetary systems. The tree is grown by first penetrating the material nature in 3 trunks, as me, Brahma, Shiva, and you, for creation, maintenance, and dissolution. And we three have grown with many branches. Therefore I offer my obeisances unto you, the tree of the cosmic manifestation. So the root of the matter is Krishna. And Prabhupada explains that this verse defeats the impersonalist theory that Brahman is void. Because if Vishnu is the root of the material tree, and the material tree is full of variety, and is a reflection of the real tree, so then the real tree must be full of variety. As there is variety in the reflection, there must be variety in the original, in the reality. So verse 17 is about the time factor. People in general all engage in foolish acts, not in the really beneficial activities, enunciated directly by you for their guidance. As long as their tendency for foolish work remains powerful, all their plans and the struggle for existence will be cut to pieces. I therefore offer my obeisances unto him who acts as eternal time. So, Prabhupada says in the purport, foolish persons determined to rot in material activities, for happiness endlessly chewed. All their plans are cut into pieces by the Lord who acts as eternal time. Sometimes they attempt to perform jnana and yoga processes, but these are nothing but conditions of rebellion against the Lord. Why jnana and yoga are conditions of rebellion? It seems like they're also spiritual paths. How could they be conditions of rebellion? Because they think they can do it themselves. They don't need the Lord's help. So we depend on Krishna and His mercy. But those who follow the yoga path, they think, I am the controller of my senses. I can achieve perfection all by myself. Now here's a really interesting statement. People in general engage in senseless work. They are systematically unmindful of the real beneficial work, which devotional service of the Lord technically called archana. So systematically unmindful. Do the people seem to like that they have a system of being unmindful of devotional service? That they have a way to forget, actually, systematically. Perhaps the scientists are systematically unmindful. Yes, the atheists, the scientists. There was one book distributor it's Vijay, who was the minister of book distribution. He was telling how he distributed a book to one atheist. The atheist didn't want the book. No, I'm an atheist. And he said, well, you should know your enemy. And he took the book. That's how he distributed the book to the atheist. And so, verse 18, better than the Gyanis and Yogis, those who do some austerities. Verse 18, Your Lordship, I offer my respectful obeisances unto you, who are indefatigable time and enjoyer of all sacrifices. Although I am situated in abode, which will continue to exist for a time duration of 2 paragons, although I am the leader of all the planets in the universe, and although I have undergone many, many years of penance for self-realization, still I offer my respects unto you. So, Brahma lives for 2 paragas. How many of our earth years is the life of Brahma?
311 trillion?
311 trillion year and 40 billion. That is the life of Brahma. Yes, everybody is coming. Slowly.
Oh, the rain stopped me.
Yeah, I guess it stopped everyone. There was a big rain. Had to wait it out.
Yeah.
Okay, welcome. We're on verse 18 now. And we're talking about who is Brahma. Even though he may think he's beyond time, but still he has to surrender to Krishna. He still has to die. Brahma has to die too, even though he has a very enjoyable life on Satyaloka, and a very long life in Satyaloka. He may even think that he's beyond time, but still he has to die. He's under time. Okay, verse 19 is about incarnations. O my Lord, by your own will, you appear in various species of living entities, among animals lower than human beings, as well as among the demigods, to perform your transcendental pastimes. You are not affected by material contamination. You come just to fulfill the obligations of your own principles of religion, and therefore, O Supreme Personality, I offer my obeisances unto you for manifesting such different forms. So in the 3rd canto, we have to learn that no matter what form the Lord takes, he's always transcendental. He appeared as Varahadev, as a hog. So you may not think, how can a hog be God? But he showed when he roared, the sages in the upper planets, they understood this is the sound vibration of the Supreme Lord. And they answered back with Vedic hymns. And there was a conversation going on between the higher planets and the Lord. And when he shook his body, all the water dropped on them and they were very happy. Usually when the hog does that, you will get out of the way and go far. But they accepted, and he even showed them when he was holding up the earth, he turned into a color, tamal color, like Krishna. He said, see, it's me. He showed them. And so as Raha appears in a hog body to lift the earth, he has to expand himself. But Krishna, he doesn't have to. He's only 7 years old, and he can lift Govardhan Hill. So we need to understand the principle that the Lord can do anything. And so when we come to the 10th canto in Krishna Lila, we won't be surprised to see how powerful Krishna is. Because all the incarnations are included in Krishna's body. So verse 20, my Lord, you accept the pleasure of sleeping in the water of devastation, where there are violent waves, and you enjoy pleasure in the bed of snakes, showing the happiness of your sleep to intelligent persons. At that time, all universal planets are situated within your abdomen. So Prabhupada explains that there are many living entities in the ocean, and they're having a good time and they're enjoying. So, and they're eating, sleeping, defending, and mating, all in the ocean. If such insignificant living entities can enjoy life in the water, why can't the Lord enjoy sleeping on the cool body of a serpent and enjoying the turmoil of violent ocean waves? So, where do we get the idea of going on a floaty in the water? It's from Vishnu lying on Shesha. That was the original floaty. And that's where we get the idea. Because whatever we do here, it's a reflection of the spiritual reality. So we want to enjoy here, and we get our floaty. And it's not anything compared to Sheshanag, but it is our enjoyment and our reflection. So Brahma is focusing now on Garbhakshaya Vishnu, and he wants some mercy. If you remember Canto 10, Krishna took Arjuna through the layers of the universe to the Brahma Jyoti, and he saw a similar scene. When Krishna and Arjuna entered the water, it appeared there was a strong hurricane of transcendental effulgence blowing, and the water of the Karna ocean was greatly agitated. So here we have our hurricanes of water and wind, and there they have hurricanes of effulgence. So imagine that. Hurricane of effulgence, and he enjoys sleeping in the cool body of Shesha in that hurricane. So I was looking at, as soon as I came home, there were these beautiful clouds, and it's not now, but when I just looked out my window, I saw these. It looked exactly like the color of Krishna. I was just like looking and see, wow, it says a new monsoon cloud. There are these tall, light gray clouds, grayish, whitish clouds. Beautiful clouds. So we can see Krishna. I guess that was mercy that I could see Krishna in the clouds. Or the clouds reminded me of Krishna. Oh, that's the mercy of Krishna. So 21, he's going to start having requests. O object of my worship, I am born from the house of your lotus navel for the purpose of creating the universe by your mercy. All these planets of the universe are stationed within your transcendental abdomen while you are enjoying sleep. Now your sleep having ended, your eyes are open with blossoming lotuses in the morning. So this is Brahma's morning. He's waking up and he's beginning his morning by offering prayers, Mangalarti, to Vishnu, appreciating how Vishnu has awoken from sleep, and now he's glancing at him with his lotus eyes. So we can get the same benefit if we come to Mangalarti and the deities will glance at us. So it all started at the beginning of the day of Brahma, when he was seeing the Lord. Now, interesting purport. Prabhupada says this interesting statement. See if you can explain this. Foolish impersonalists always think backwards. How do they think backwards?
think that because we look like people, I mean, then therefore we imagine that God must look like we do. Because we sleep, therefore we think that He must sleep. Because we eat, therefore He thinks that He must eat.
Yeah.
I don't know, is that the point Prabhupada wants to make?
Yeah, except the opposite. Because we say, because, no, they think, well, actually, in spirit there cannot be sleep because in matter there is sleep. That's all. They think backwards.
Yeah.
Because we have sleep here, therefore there must be no sleep there.
Yeah.
Must be nothing there. Because we eat here, there must be no eating there. Yeah. So that's how they think backwards. So now, verse 22 we do have, and you can give some papers to Isha. Good. We are on 3:922 of the verses. Brahma is offering prayers to the Lord at the beginning of his morning. So I'll say one line, you can repeat after me. Soyam samasta jagatam suhide kahama.
Soyam samasta jagatam suhide kahama.
Sattve nayan mridayate bhagavan bhagena.
Sattve nayan mridayate bhagavan bhagena.
Tenaiva me disham anusprishatad yataham.
Tenaiva me drisham anusprishatad yataham.
Shaksyami pur bhavadidam pranata priyoksa.
Shaksyami purvavadidam pranata priyosau.
Let the Supreme Lord be merciful towards me. He is the one friend and soul of all living entities in the world, and He maintains all for their ultimate happiness by His 6 transcendental opulences. May He be merciful towards me, so that I, as before, may be empowered with the introspection to create. For I am also one of the surrendered souls who are dear to the Lord. So Brahma is praying to the Lord's merciful side. You are merciful to surrendered souls, so I am your surrendered soul. You should be merciful to me. And he's praying for drisham. That means introspection, to create. So we also have to open our internal vision. We have to be introspective, how to do our service for Krishna. We need to use our intelligence, how to do it. And he's praying for that intelligence. He's praying for that intelligence, how to create. So this is what we need to chant, to speak, to study. We need this intelligence. So verse 23 you don't have. He's praying for blessings and now protection from fall down. 2 kinds of fall down. So verse 23, the Lord is always the benefactor of the surrendered souls. His activities are always enacted through his internal potency Brahma, the goddess of fortune. I pray only to engage in his service in the creation of the material world, and I pray that I not be materially affected by my works, for thus I may be able to give up the false prestige of being the creator. So he's praying for protection from pride of being the creator. So Prabhupada said that we should think that we are an instrument of the Lord instead of becoming puffed up by false prestige. And that is how to become dear to the Lord and get his benediction. So whatever we do in our day, we can give credit for the Lord. So any of you